Bom dia. It's all rainbows and unicorns, if you have the right attitude. How we look at things in life is a choice. We spend lots of time discussing that we can all have a nice retirement or semi-retirement. We may just have to think outside the box to create the quality of life we always dreamed of. Find ways to make more money and reduce our costs. Many of us, both young and old, move abroad, create side hustles, learn to invest, and manage our money. It is always great to see how others are creating their dreams. Today, we are going to take you on Tracy and Simon's new adventure. And it is awesome. Let's talk about it. We hope you all find our journey helpful as you work to navigate your own. I'm Alan. I'm here with my wife Leslie, our son Wolf, our dog Greer, and Rex the cat. We are from the United States and now live in Portugal on the beautiful Island of Madeira. We would like to thank all of our subscribers for being here and would appreciate it if you would please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We are visiting a construction site on the south side of the island of Madeira. You, like us, may just get to live vicariously through others. Today we are visiting our friend's new home. As we explore this wonderful home, we hope you can envision yourself with a morning coffee sitting by the rooftop pool overlooking the ocean. Nothing in the way to obscure your view. Life is golden here. Sometimes we just have to learn to say yes and allow good things to happen. You will find that is exactly what Tracy and Simon have done. We will talk with them about their journey so far and return in the future as the house continues to unfold. Bom dia! Today we're with Tracy and Simon. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey so far?
Yes, we were originally from Bristol in the United Kingdom, and we moved to California with our kids when they were very little. And we stayed there for 23 years, lived in Austin in Texas for 2.5 years. And now we find ourselves here on this paradise island.
It is too. Can you tell us how long you've been here on Madeira?
Not long. We arrived middle of March. It's now middle of July, so 3 months, 4 months.
Wow, short time. Why did you decide to leave the USA?
Well, I'll answer that question. It was economic for us primarily. We moved from California to Texas because we figured eventually we might be able to afford to retire in Texas, but probably not in California. And then the opportunity to move here presented itself. And again, the economics make so much sense. It means I don't have to work now, whereas in the US I definitely had to work, every month.
Makes sense. So I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What are your favorite things to do on the island of Madeira so far?
Well, we do a lot of hiking. Tracy used to do trail running, and we're scouting out trails where she could maybe do some trail running again. But we're doing the Levada walks, the Barada walks. We spend a lot of time in nature, don't we? And
yeah, it's really important for us. That was one of the draws to coming to Madeira.
But also eating and drinking with way too much.
A lot. It's not expensive to eat out, especially if you choose the right places. And there's such an abundance of fresh fruit and vegetables and fish, meat if you eat meat. And it's just fantastic because you have these amazing views wherever you turn your head.
It is. We've been visiting your new house today. Can you tell us about that process and how it's going?
Yeah, well, we didn't know when we were going to buy, what we were going to buy. Did we want to be in Funchal in the city? And so we just drove. We drove all over the island, and we'd see a piece of land, or we'd see a rundown house or a new house. And we just looked at everything. And we had a fantastic realtor, Claudia. She's been really helpful, took us all over the place, really patient with me and my very specifics I have to get into. And we spotted this place. We drove by it, and it was an empty shell. And she brought us here, and we just couldn't get it out of our heads. We've been here over and over. And yesterday, we finally signed the paperwork for the promissory contract, which is the beginning of finishing the rebuild. And we were really lucky. We found a place that was just a shell, and we've been able to choose all the finishings and the cabinets and everything. I'm really excited.
Very
In
exciting.
case you can't tell.
Yeah, you know when it's the right one, you just stop looking, you done, you go, this is it.
Yeah.
I don't need to look any farther. Yep.
Well,
Been there.
I'll add something, Alan,
Sure.
which is we started looking on Idealista before we moved. Almost the first thing we started doing when we discovered Madeira as a potential destination was looking at what might be available online.
Mhm.
And we just consumed all of that. So, yeah, we started a while ago.
Yeah.
Let's break in here and talk about buying real estate in Portugal. It's not the same as it is in the USA. If you're from the USA, you're already accustomed to the MLS system, which is the listing service where all of the homes and properties for sale can be found in one place. We are also accustomed to the idea that our real estate agent is working for us. The agent gets to know us and our needs. The commissions are split equally between the selling agent, the buyer's agent, as well as both brokers. This means whether you are buying or selling, we are put first. We will always be shown all of the properties that fit our criteria, and we have time to work with our agent so they can truly understand our needs, not just sell us the one property we called about. As a matter of fact, we pick our agent before we go house shopping. We let the agent deal with all the details. If you are like us, you have no desire to contact multiple real estate agents in order to ask to view a property, make the appointment, and never have anyone get to know us. We like being important to one person who learns our needs and helps us to fulfill our dreams. This is exactly what Simon and Tracy chose to do. We are viewer supported. If you enjoy our videos, we invite you to join our Patreon community.
We know that for Americans, it can be difficult to move the money around from place to place. Can you tell us a little bit about that process for you?
Yeah, so we established a relationship with Spartan FX. Actually, you referenced that in your comments on your YouTube channel. We reached out to them, and there's a certain amount of due diligence they do to make sure that you're not involved in money laundering when it comes to moving money between countries. But they gave us, I think, a decent rate on the exchange, the currency exchange. And then yesterday we used them to move the deposit money for this property, and it was really easy. Just got on the phone with them, and the transfer occurred in minutes, actually.
They were great. They made sure that we had to send them the promissory note that we'd signed with the builder to double check we weren't money laundering. And it was really quick, wasn't it? Within 10 minutes it was in their bank account. Really good.
If someone is just starting their journey, what tips would you offer them on their journey?
Spend more time. We didn't spend enough time. I mean, we scouted out online for like 6 months, finally came for our visit. We were only here 4 days, but we kind of, for us, we knew, we felt it before we got here. But then when we went back and we had to sell everything very quickly, that was difficult for me. I think if you have the time, and then you can research more how to sell your stuff if you're selling all your stuff, which we sold 80% probably of our stuff. And in the end, I was just giving it away. Anyone just take my stuff. And I think having longer would have been better.
Starting the process earlier.
Starting the process sooner. Yeah, we didn't give ourselves enough time, I don't think.
I'd advise people to consume everything on that's available on YouTube. There's a lot of resources, and but you have to get here because the experience of being in nature in Madeira is, you just don't get the experience from YouTube. So we thought we'd love it, but when we got here, we were really wowed by the, the physicality of the place, the weather, The people.
And everyone says the people are so nice and they're so patient, and they really, really are. I mean, people say that, and it's true. I mean, just a minute, and the weather's been. I mean, every day I wake up and I open the window and it's like, yep, there it is again. It's amazing. It's just an amazing place.
Before we go, one of the things we tell you is that when you move to your new country, you need to embrace the cultural differences, processes, and customs. And while this is true, just maybe you don't have to do this when buying a property. I like being important to someone. In Portugal, the experience can be nothing like what we described previously. There is no multiple listing service, but there are a couple of ways to start scouting properties from wherever you are currently living. Through the apps like Idealista and websites like Green Acres. If you are here, you can drive down the road and see many for sale signs. And while you can stop and call each one of the agents and torture yourself by calling each one and never having one to help make your dream property a reality, it doesn't have to be that way. We found our real estate agent and company, and we highly recommend them because we know that you will come first. But the agents are starting to see the value, and ours is fantastic. Her information is listed in the description of our videos. We would like to thank Tracy and Simon for their time today and sharing their adventure with everyone. Life is short. We should have done this sooner. Please give us your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what we can help you with. For example, planning your journey from the scouting trip through getting settled in Madeira. Join us on Patreon, where we can help you with a NIF, connect you with our trusted real estate agent, immigration team, tax attorney, etc. The description of our videos holds links to our Patreon, planning a one-to-one call, and affiliates. We hope you continue to come along with us on our new adventure. Life is short. We should have done this sooner. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help us grow. The next stage in your life is a journey. Enjoy it.